survivor of child sexual abuse, and this is my story. When I was in the first grade, I got sick in front of everybody. I didn't know what was happening or why, but almost every other day I would throw up in front of the whole class. I don't remember the physical sensations very much at all, but I do remember this abiding sense of fear when I knew that it was going to happen again, and that I wouldn't be able to control it. Please don't let it happen again. Please don't, I would think. I was always afraid to go to the bathroom when I knew that it was coming on, because I didn't want to disrupt the teacher or draw attention to myself. And sometimes I didn't even realize what was happening until it was too late to do anything about it. I would sit there, I would sit still, holding my stomach with both arms, and my breathing would suddenly change, and everything would come pouring out of me. I don't remember a single reaction, a single joke or jibe directed towards me. Only this feeling of being incredibly different and incredibly alone. I didn't realize then that throwing up was a complex reaction to my abuse, a way of saying that something was incredibly wrong. I only knew that I was wrong. One night I had a dream, or a nightmare. I'm not sure if I can always tell the difference. I am a bird flying among other birds in a thick, protective flock. We are flying north to escape the hot summer sun. I have never felt so happy before or so free. Every now and then I feel the brush of another bird's wing, and it helps me to keep my balance as I glide swiftly through the air. Suddenly I am being pushed by a force more powerful than I have ever known. It is as though the wind has determined to throw me off course. The birds flock closer to one another, but I can see our feathers falling, twirling one by one into the deep ocean of air. We can't turn back, but we can barely move forward. We are suspended in the air, mid-flight. But then I realize that the we has turned to I, because the space between us steadily grows, and soon I see them flying off into the distance. I strain against the wind as it blows me forever back into the spaces that I barely recognized were there as I flew past them. They are so much darker than I remembered them to be. I fall, twirl, disappear in the air. I wake up on the cold, bare ground and see that there are no trees and no birds. Only the little remnants of feathers and what is left of my broken wings. Now that I've woken up from waking up, I remember the other half of my dream. I patched my wings with fallen leaves as the season steadily changed. I leaped from chimney to chimney until I found my way back into the air. I lost count of how many years I lived like that, or how many feathers had fallen and regrown in the course of my journey. Some days I heard the cry of a bird in the distance, but most days nothing at all, except maybe the hollow echoes of the wind. One day I reached the edge of the forest that I had dreamed of for so long. It was different than how I imagined it to be. I made my way through twisted branches and averted the eyes of the trees. The birds that I remembered were not to be found. North, south, east, west. I'll never know which way they went, or if there was ever really a flock at all. I only know that I'm staying right here. I am a survivor of child sexual abuse, and this is our story.